posted on the block. I might just let off a shot at anyone trying to kill love.
So I'm talking to you guys from the floor because why not? That's where like the best conversations happen, on the floor. Like when you're with your friends or whoever, you're usually sitting on the floor, like laid across the floor. I don't know. I don't even know where this video is supposed to go. It's just something that comes up a lot, and I'm sure a lot of people deal with it. So I figured I would talk about it. Not that I know anything, but as you can see, and you've already seen, the title of this video is The Overwhelmed Mind. And the reason I titled it that is because that's how my mind is at least 5 out of 7 days a week. It's overwhelmed. I know when I'm really overwhelmed because I don't sleep very well. I'm really moody. And I feel like it's the end of the world. And I usually feel that way when I'm at work or when I'm about to go to work, meaning like on Sundays knowing I have to work on Monday, or when I compare my finances with where I feel like I should be at 23, or when people ask me questions about my educational background or the jobs that I have or what do I have going on. Those kind of things overwhelm me because you have the typical answers, right? When someone asks you, how are you doing? Are you still in school? No. How's work? I hate my job. What are your hobbies or talents? Like, I don't have any talents. If you ask me, I don't have any talents. I can't sing. I like dancing, but let's be honest, like, I'm probably not that pleasurable to watch dance. I can't juggle or anything like that. I don't know how to code. I can't make a website. Like cool things like that. I can't engineer anything. I don't know. I don't have a talent, really. I have hobbies. But I consider myself a really regular person. Super regular. So, it gets overwhelming when you have certain standards for yourself, or whether they're yours or whether they're things that you live by because of other people. When you don't meet them, it's very overwhelming. So I just thought that I would make this video, and I'm looking at my phone because it has like bullet points on it so that I don't get off track, like I'm sure that I do all the time. But some things to think about when you're overwhelmed is where it's coming from. Are you triggered? Are you making things up in your mind, which is so easy to do, to just make... You have no idea how often I make myself upset by imaginary scenarios. Like, I will make something up in my mind and let it go on and play on until it makes me upset. It makes me feel physically bad. Like, my heart rate goes up. I have an attitude now from something made up. Isn't that crazy that you can do that? Nothing happened. Nothing triggered it. You just have happy thoughts, and then you're like, well, what if this happened? And then that happens after that. Oh, that would make me so mad. This is how I would react. And from there, it's a slippery slope. And I just think that that's so fascinatingly sick. And there is something wrong with me. But yeah, where it comes from. Think about where your thoughts come from. What kind of things trigger you to go into this black hole of thought. What are people saying to you? What are you looking at? What are some things that you're looking at on a day-to-day basis? What do you reminisce about? What are your memories? What are some traumas that happen to you that make certain things, kind of bad juju for you, and it makes your mind go into a whirlwind? Where is it coming from? When you determine where those things come from and you go on, like, I don't want to call it a journey because it sounds so like hippy-dippy, but when you decide, okay, I'm going to take my mental health and my mind into my own hands and really develop myself and pick apart little things. Don't do the cliche stuff. We all get caught up in the apps, the mental health apps, the online, quizzes. Some people go get their palm read or tarot cards. You buy all these self-help books. And that's cool. And it makes you feel good sometimes. Like, I love looking at little healing crystals, and I even want to buy some because they're just pretty to look at. Do I believe it works? I think it's possible. But don't get caught up in that stuff. It's a distraction. And you'll find that you'll rely on that too much, so that when it doesn't work for you or you don't feel like it works, it's disappointing and it sets you back. And that could really delay your progress and really trying to get to the root of the problem and work on it. So, I mean, all those things are great and we all love them. I have like 4 mental health apps on my phone. And if you think I'm kidding, one of them is called Headspace, the other one is called Sibley. So, and then I have Relax Melodies on here too. So, I have them as we speak. We all go through it, but I'm just saying that, you know, these are things to look out for. Also, change what you can around you, whether that's people, whether that's your environment. I know for a fact that I need to be outside more often. I know that for a fact. Whether I want to do it or not, no, especially not in the heat, and it's hot right now, but I need to be outside more often. And to be honest, I am one of those secluded people, but I also need social interaction every once in a while. And I like talking, I like having conversations, I like being in social settings where I'm laughing and like, you know, engaging. And I know that people that know me think that that's not the case, and I really do enjoy time by myself. And I get, I don't know how to describe it. I get drained easily when I'm around other people, but I need that. Like, I need it every once in a while. I need to be around people. I need to have a good time and hear different perspectives. So, you know, change what you can. Also, I need a creative outlet, and I don't have that right now because I work too much and it takes up too much of my time. Like, this is kind of my creative outlet. This is kind of where I get my thoughts out. And I try to be consistent and post, you know, on my channel, but it's hard because, like I said, I work a lot. But the things that you can change, whether that's the people or, you know, the things that you do every day. Like, I try not to be on my phone too much. That's another thing I'm working on top of getting a different job. Jesus Christ, getting a different job would take so much off of me. And if you guys want me to talk about my job and like what I learned from leaving one job and going to the next and that kind of thing, I can talk about that. But yeah, change what you can around you. Also, know that when you start this process of picking yourself apart, it is long, and if you think of it like a long road ahead of you, you won't get so disappointed on the bad days, on the days where you're like, oh my god, like, you know, I have days where my heart beats really quickly, and sometimes I feel like faint and like I'm gonna pass out, and I feel jittery, like my hands shake a lot, and on those days I feel hopeless. Like, I feel like I just want to quit and just be depressed, stay home, not work, not make any money, and just be nothing because I feel useless and I feel like I can't ever get out of this place. But I know that it's a long road, and every day is different. And so if I can make it to the next day, that's one more day I have to find out something new or, you know, explore more of myself. So just convince yourself that it's a long process so that you're not disappointed on the bad days that you have. And lastly, I think that your self-worth and your confidence have a lot to do with your mind being overwhelmed and your perspective. You know, you think, oh my god, I have it so rough, so many things are going wrong in my life, this is not meant for me, nothing is, it's not cut out for me to, you know, do well or succeed, I'm never gonna make it, every time I try I get knocked back. And that's easy to do, right? It's easy to say that you're not worth it, or you don't deserve this, or you'll never have this because of this, or I can't do that, I'll never be able to do that. It's easy to do that. Everybody can do that. Anybody can tell you that. You can tell yourself that. But the really hard part is stepping out of that Don't fall into that pity and self-loathing, because that gets old, right? And that's only going to keep us where we're at. So why take the easy route and make it easier for your situation to fester, as opposed to putting in a little effort every day and moving a couple inches forward or whatever towards something, instead of staying stagnant. It's easy to stay and, be stuck, but it's worth the effort to remove yourself. So those are just some things. I don't want you guys to think I have all the answers. I just am tired, and I just want to do something else instead of be tired. I want to be tired from, I don't know, but I don't want you guys to think I'd have all the answers, because I don't. I just am here because we're going to figure this thing out together. That's how I look at it. So let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know what you're going through and some things that you've discovered about yourself that you didn't know before, and what you're doing about it. And I always reply as much as I can. So I hope you like this video, and please subscribe if you want to see more. Okay, bye.